I'm Dr. Bob Grakowski, and welcome back to the Better Brain Academy. What we're going to talk about today is one of the most vital organs in our body, and it's our liver. It does more chemical reactions than any other system in the body, and unfortunately with a diet that's been, say, high in sugars or carbohydrates, or in trans fats, the hydrogenated oils, or certain foods that have a lot of chemicals or genetically modified, the liver has a tougher job to do in today's society than it did, say, 50 years ago. So it's important to look at the 5 steps to reducing fatty liver and detoxing the liver. So the first thing you want to do is stop the flow, meaning that start to reduce the amount of sugars, phony sugars, trans fats, hydrogenated oils, and foods that have a lot of chemicals in them, because every one of those chemicals your liver has to break down. So number one, you got to stop the flow of these toxins into the body and add more phyto or plant-rich nutrients into the body, because they have a lot more enzymes that help in the breakdown of your food. So it's important to look at, number one, stopping the flow. Start to reduce the amount of toxins that you're actually ingesting. There are a lot of chemicals that are injected into certain meats. For instance, dairy has antibiotics and different hormones put in it. Those are hard on the liver. Certain meats, if it's not grass-fed, your body has a lot more chemicals in it. If it's corn-fed, like we've talked about from prior, it creates more fat in the meats, and they're also injected with certain antibiotics and certain hormones to fatten up the livestock for your food. So reducing the amount of meats, or at least adding more healthier meats, more grass-fed and free-range, and also start to see how we can reduce maybe some of the toxins that we might be putting into our body, things that we're crossing our lips, things we don't even think about. Maybe it could be, as I had a patient that was eating almost a can of Altoids every single day. Imagine how much chemicals are in that if you're eating that on a regular basis. So just look and see what's crossing the lips and reducing the toxins that are coming into your body. Number 2 is start to help to detox the liver. So there's 3 things that I recommend in a liver detox. Number 1, the milk thistle. If you do that as a supplement, as a herb, it is one of the strongest liver cleansing nutrients you can add. This is something you can do externally. Normally I have my patients use this from anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, about 150 milligrams twice a day. Milk thistle increases what is called glutathione production that we talked about in prior videos. Glutathione is the granddaddy. It's the most powerful antioxidant that your body can make, and it needs on a regular basis. So glutathione production is increased if you increase milk thistle as a nutrient to herb to cleanse the liver. The other thing, number 2, is turmeric. We talked about turmeric also. Turmeric is one of the best anti-inflammatory things you can use. When you're reducing inflammation in your body, then you're reducing a tremendous amount of processes that create more fat laid down, not only the arteries, but around circulation, the brain, the heart, and also a fatty liver. So you want to make sure that your liver is not continuing on to increase more fat. And the third one is dandelion root. Now, dandelion root is a root. It's a herb that you can actually add. You can add it, dandelions, in a salad, but you can also get them in a supplement form. If you have gallbladder problems and feel like you can't handle digesting certain fats, you need to do more of a gallbladder cleansing, and dandelion root works great for the gallbladder. So, number 1, if you're looking at reducing the toxins coming into the body. And number 2, you can add things like milk thistle, turmeric, or dandelion root. Now the third thing that you want to do is you want to eat more foods that are sprouted and fermented foods. The fermented foods we talked about not only for your probiotics, but it's important to look at making sure that some of the foods are sprouted. Sprouted foods have a lot more enzymes and help break down a lot of the toxins in the body. So if you're eating sprouted foods or sprouted types of breads, different sprouts that you can buy in the produce section, add those to a salad, and they are much higher in nutrient-rich minerals, but also the enzymes that help break down some of the fats that are stored in the liver. We also talked a little bit about apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is a great nutrient you can add to your diet. I'm going to be adding one of my favorite recipes. It's my Better Brain coleslaw, and all the recipes that are put into it it has turmeric, it has apple cider vinegar, it has olive oil, all the things that, along with broccoli sprouts, all the things that you can help in eating a meal to help detox the liver. So look forward to seeing that video where I explain exactly what's in it. Number 4, if you have actual liver problems, eating liver can be beneficial for you. Now, I'm not a liver fan. I'd much rather do all the detox things, but what they found is certain times if you might have chicken liver or beef liver and add that in a certain recipes, and what it does, it helps rebuild the liver if you're having a problem. So eating actual liver from grass-fed or free-range animals that's healthy and adding it to certain recipes. We're going to be adding certain recipes that you can look at, how you can add this, but actually eating liver can be healthy for detoxing the liver. And number 5 is how our emotions and our brain health affect certain organs. In traditional Chinese medicine, a liver problem, it shows that a person is holding in the emotions of anger, of resentment, fear, and unforgiving. So if you have something that you need to release, the liver holds those toxins in your body. Your body hormonally affects the liver if you have constant anger, or if there's some resentment that you're holding in. Realizing that if you're holding anger against somebody else, you're actually creating more problems with you. It's not hurting the other person. So whatever you need to do to release that process, do a pattern interrupt on it and look at all the different things of why that might be hurting me, and drop that down and increase all the good things you can do by letting those emotions go. Emotions are supposed to be felt in the body, but if they are held in the body, certain organ systems and certain neurological systems in the body become toxic. So today is about detoxifying the liver. So we want to look at reducing the amount of toxic foods. We want to make sure that we are cleansing the liver. We've got to look at if we need to eat sprouted foods to get better nutrients and help in the digestive process. If we have a liver problem, add more liver. And number 5, get rid of those toxic emotions. It's amazing how your body over a 2 or 3 month period of time can go through a great transition of healing, so the liver is such an important organ. So make sure that you look at each of these 5 things today and start to put each of them into play to detoxify the liver. Most of the time you don't even feel the symptoms until it becomes an actually pathological problem. So Dr. Bob, looking more at how your mind and your body are affected through your digestive system. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.